Man, that is taking forever. All right, shalom, everybody. We are on a brand new project today. Yes, I took yesterday off. I needed to. I needed to recuperate. Plus, I had a lot going on. Woke up and my ear was it was something going on with my ear. My left ear, I could not hear properly out my left ear practically the whole damn day until the evening time. It took all day until the evening time before I noticed that my ear was not that it wasn't weird anymore. You know what I'm saying? Um, it was just weird, bro. And you know when you're not able to hear properly, um, you kind of feel it throws you off. Okay, kind of like throws you off all around, bro. Like, oh my god. And so anyway, I was dealing with that yesterday, um, and so I had a lot going on. Plus that, so I did not get on here yesterday. I kind of tried to take it easy as much as I could, and spend time with the Father. And I knew that this message, bro, I needed to do it, bro, because this next message is very powerful. All right, these messages be powerful as heck, bruh, but it ain't my word. Okay, this is not my word. Let me make that crystal clear. This is not my word. I am simply a willing vessel being utilized by the Great Spirit to bring you His Word, okay? Via the Spirit of truth, all right? And every single thing that I brought to you on this channel, I've shown receipts pretty much, okay? Now, I know that there's a few things that I said I would take note of and have to bring later, but pretty much everything, bro, that I brung on this channel by way of the Spirit, I've shown receipts thereof. Alright, so that being said, people, I'm not gonna talk a lot because this next audio is quite long and extensive. Okay? The name of it is the true meaning of denying him before men. Okay? So it's kind of like a follow up to the messages that I was doing um, before the one that I completed yesterday, but it still coincides with that one as well. All right, it's all connected. It's all connected. Okay, it is all connected, people. All of this is all connected. All right, and so the children of light is here to give you the clarity and the understanding by way of the Spirit. All right, we're not here to force anything upon you. All right, we're only here to offer. We're here to offer you a choice. All right, so I just gotta be obedient to speak the word and live it. All right, because that's important. All right, we don't just speak over here, we also live what we speak. And the Great Spirit sees all things. So I'm an obedient servant. Okay, I'm an obedient servant. Now, that being said, let's go ahead and we're going to get into this audio. Now, it's going to start. Let me tell you a little bit how it's going to start. All right, let me just, let you guys in on how it's going to flow a little bit. All right, so it's going to start. You're going to be hearing a video in the background. Okay, you're going to be hearing like a background video, and that's from a new channel that I was led to entitled Tell the Vision. All right, Tell the Vision. Okay, one second. All right, so I brung his channel up. So when I switch over to Chrome, let's see, let's do this now. That's it right there. All right, that's his channel. Now I don't remember the specific video that I was listening to at the time. But I was on his channel. Okay, I was on his channel, and that's what's playing in the background. All right. Um, so anyway, let's go ahead and get into it.
Old homes sucked into the ground. Swallowed up.
Yep, sinkholes. The ground opened up and swallowed them. Yeah. People don't know what it's like to be in one accord with the land in which they live upon. The land actually serving you because you're being righteous. You're one with the earth, you're one with the land, one with the animals, one with the creation. That's what we're supposed to be, bro. Not competing against one another, all trying to one up one another, dominate over one another. Time's up for that, bro. See? Oh my God. Satan always runs ahead, bro, and corrupts everything. He ran ahead with that coexist. Oh my God, bro. But always running ahead and corrupting everything. Because, you know, he knew the children of light was going to come. And was going to, you know, bring peace. You know, bruh. Live and let live.
So that live and let live, okay? Let me go ahead and 1 second. Let me switch you over here for a second. All right, because I gotta close out of stuff. And so this corrupting of the corrupter, all right, the evil one, the adversary, he ran ahead of time and he corrupted everything, okay? And when we are born into a reality, see, when you're born in a prison and you're taught that this is all there is, then you would not know that there is life outside of what you have been taught, okay? And that there's life outside of the prison that you were born in. Okay. 1 second. So we're also gonna get this, but I'm gonna get these first. Some of this stuff I'm bringing up now, as I'm flowing by way of the Spirit. All right. And you see how this goes, people. We're only a minute 39 in the audio, and already I'm flowing by way of the Spirit to give you a visual, like to give you more clarity and understanding. So, 1 second. Let's see. The hardest prison to escape is your own mind. Okay? You're going to have to break free of your mental prison. All right? That we were all born into a false reality and taught many things that is contrary to the truth of the eternal living power of love, life, and all things good. Okay? So when your mindset is geared towards the ways of this world, all about earning money, so that you can live your life the way you see fit. All right, that is your lower carnal nature. You're being ruled by your lower carnal nature. You're following the status quo. Okay? Therefore, you are in a prison. Okay? You don't know that you're in a prison. Okay? Let's see. Give me a second. With a flow. I have a certain thing that was popped in my head. Okay, this is it. Alright. So, mental slavery is the worst form of slavery. It gives you the illusion of freedom. You think you're free because you have money. You think you're free because you have what you want and you need. You put in your time, your energy, and your effort earning your money so that you can have the illusion of freedom. But you are not free because you are a slave to money and materialistic things. Therefore, you are a mental prisoner. You are a mental slave. You are enslaved to this illusion of freedom. Okay? Therefore, it makes you trust, love, and defend your oppressor. Okay? I've been receiving a lot of pushback from people who trust, love, and defend this satanic ass system that was established by our oppressors. They have been making themselves an enemy to me, who has been I've been trying over and over all of this time constantly to help free you and open up your eyes. But you don't want to open up your eyes. You are comfortable asleep in your mental prison. Following this illusion of freedom. And you scoff and you scorn me. And you say you can be free too. All you gotta do is get off your ass. Quit being lazy. Oh, and have the illusion of freedom too? Pining after money so that I can have the illusion of freedom? No. I am not a slave to money. Okay, that's not true freedom. Alright? I'm not the one that's going to have to bend to the ideology of this world. No, those who are of the Father, those who truly love the Great Spirit, is going to have to make a declaration for the side of righteousness. Okay? You're the ones that's going to have to bend to this truth. Alright? Not the other way around. Okay? Now, the hardest prison to escape, people, is your own mind. I just recorded a melody. 1 second. Gotta deal with yourself. Deal with your demons. Gotta deal with yourself. Deal with your demons. Deal with yourself. Deal with your demons. Gotta 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 deal with
with your demons.
Please deal with yourself. Deal with your demons, okay? Understand that you are a mental slave to this satanic ass illusion that we've all been forced to live in. Now let's read. All right, this is from the book of this is from the Zohar. All right, and we're dealing with how the evil one ran ahead of time. Okay, man, I wish I knew where that other connection is at. I really wish I knew where that other connection is at. Bro, I have no idea where that's at. It's in one of them scene records, I think. Oh man. Where it literally talks about um Satan running ahead of time. Sending forth his false prophets to deceive the nations. This is right after the Messiah had told him, "Get away from me." When Satan took him up to the high mountain and showed him all the kingdoms and said, all of this I'll give to you if only you will bow down and worship me. And the Messiah replied, "Get thee away from me, Satan, for thou shalt worship the Most High thy power only." All right? And when Satan ran away, see, the Bible leaves off the rest of it. That when he ran away, he called forth his generals and all his pastors, all his ministers, all his deacons, all his minions, okay, and sent them forth out first, okay. Now, I don't know where that other connection is at, but if you have come across that information, remind me of what record that is in. I have many records, and right now I don't want to take the time to try to find it because we got a long ways to go, people. Okay. Now let's deal with this. All right, 1 second. Wise child, because wisdom dwells within him. All right, he reveals his word unto babes. All right, not those who think they know everything. Okay, not those who are well learned in the world that we were all born in. Okay, now I'm gonna make this a little bit bigger, bro, because I'm trying to squint my eyes to read that. All right. Then the old king refers to the evil inclination, which stands in contrast to the Metatron and is called a scoundrel. As we have learned, it never departed from its impure ways. From the day it was created, it is foolish, as all its ways lead to evil. Now, this must be talking about Yaldabaoth. Okay, Yaldabaoth. Okay, let me show you that. All right. So this being here, all right, the lion-faced serpent, all right. You can find more about it in the I think it's the Nag Hammadi. All right, the Nag Hammadi goes into great detail about Yaldabaoth. Okay. And so from the day that it was created, it was foolish. All right. Did not have any knowledge of a higher power. All right. As all its ways leads to evil. All right. It was not created by the Great Spirit. All right. It was not created by the divine realm. All right. No, it was not. All right. It deludes people and does not know how to take care of itself. It accuses people falsely and misleads them from the path of good to the path of wickedness. Now, this is the projecting of false realities. Okay? Alright? Understand this. The insults, judgments, and shade people attempt to throw your way are actually projections of their own insecurities and are absolutely irrelevant to you and your life. So for me, for example, all of these people insulting me, judging me, throwing shade at me, attempting to throw my way projections of their own insecurities, all of that is irrelevant to me and my life. All right? Their perception don't have anything to do with me. All right? I watched a crazy ass video the other day dealing in the House Senate or something like that. I don't know. I'm not big on politics, people. But I don't even know who it was. It looked like Camilla. But I don't know who exactly it was. But they were like, but what about the way it's perceived? What about the perception of it? I'm like, perception don't matter. And so she was grilling this guy that seemed to be, talking from a moralistic standpoint. And this person, I don't know if it was Camilla or not. I don't really pay attention to the politics. She kind of looked like Camilla, but I'm not for sure. I didn't pay attention to the name. Just what she was saying and how she was saying it and the guy that she was speaking to. All right? It was absolutely insane. Like, wow, really? He was speaking, I think, from a moralistic standpoint, and she was just attacking him, basically, talking about, well, how is it perceived, though? Like, what about the perception thereof? So, bruh, I was like, oh my God, this is absolutely insane. Like, perception has nothing to do with it whatsoever. It's about what's right. All right? It's about what's morally right, not about perception. People's perception is irrelevant. Okay? Like, I was told that, a while back from, someone that I, looked up to and respected. I respect everybody because I want to be respected. But, this person showed themselves not to be genuine. All right? Like, but anyway, this person, said that he was saying the same thing. What about the way that you are perceived? I'm like, it doesn't matter how I'm perceived. What matters is the truth. Okay, perception is irrelevant, people. People's opinion is their opinion. Their perception is their perception. It's not to be confused with facts or truth. Okay? So your perception doesn't matter. You can perceive whatever the hell you want. Alright? But because we've been living in such a wicked ass world, people have we're living in a false reality. Okay? So, you gotta understand, perception is not the true reality. Perception is not reality. It is just a tiny experience of reality, which is something that is very limited and flawed, because you have to take into consideration the reality that you have been presented and ask yourself, is this true? Is it accurate? Is it right? Is it morally right? And the answer to that is no, it's not. It's not right. It's not morally right that the holy wicked have control of all the resources of the earth and have created an economic system of slavery in order for us to live upon the earth. Okay? So So that right there is the reality that we've been forced to live in. But it's a false reality because it's not morally right. It's evil. Therefore, it is a false reality. All right? So all the people that have a perception based upon this false-ass reality, they all want to project all of these insults, judgments, and shade at me. But it is absolutely irrelevant to me and my life. Okay? You want to stay mentally imprisoned, being an economic slave? Do you? But you cannot force me to do what you do. And then want to call me lazy because I don't do what you do. I am not lazy. Now, only truth is reality. And unless we are willing to question everything that we think we know, we will never see anything but illusions and lies. Okay? I am a truth seeker. And I am a truth teller. I am a truth speaker. A willing vessel for the spirit of truth. For those who are seeking it. I'm not here to force anything. All right? Now, so, it deludes people and does not know how to take care of itself. All right? It accuses people falsely and misleads them from the path of good to the path of wickedness. All right? And this take care of itself, meaning find out what you are, who you are, and find out the truth about yourself. That's what this means, to take care of yourself. All right? Not to pine after money. All right? Because money was not created nor established by the Great Spirit. All right? So for all you carnal-minded people that may try to interpret it that way. No, we're going to get deeper into this take care of yourself in just a minute. Okay? 1 second. Man, my coffee getting lukewarm. Let me check my time too. Alright, we're 28 minutes in. That's not too bad. Come and behold. This is why the evil inclination comes early to join with man from the day he is born, so that man will believe in it. Later, when the good inclination arrives, man will find it difficult to trust in it, and its words will seem burdensome. Similarly, we have learned that he who is a subtle evilmonger hastens to plead his case in front of a judge before the arrival of his colleague. The litigant, as written, the one who pleads first, seems to be in the right. Okay? So, we are the judge. We are the judge because we have free agency. And we've been given the free agency to choose whether we be good or evil, righteous or wicked, wheat or a tare, his sheep or a goat. Okay? In this world, being a goat is praised. They put a title on it, greatest of all time. As if evil is the greatest of all time. Well, we're at the height of their evil. So is the greatest evil of all time. Alright? But we're at the end of the height of the evil. Now it's time for righteousness to shine forth. Okay? So understand, we're the judge, people. And since the moment of birth, we've been taught everything contrary to the will of the Great Spirit. Okay? Everything that we have been taught is the opposite of love one another. Be compassionate and kind to one another. Do for others that which you will want done for yourself. Refrain from doing to others things you will not want done to yourself. No, we've been taught that it's all about the money. Get yours, or the next man will. Alright? Better get yours, or the next man will get it. Alright? In this rat race mentality, we were taught, we were presented this reality as if it is normal. Okay? And it seems to be in the right. You're viewing it as being a responsible adult. Because that is how it was draped in the robes of benevolence. Alright? This evil monger is the evil inclination. As written, the serpent was craftier. He too hurries to dwell in man before his colleague. Many people walking around here with legions of demons that they refuse to deal with. They refuse to face their demons and subdue them. Therefore, their demons are ruling them and controlling them. So this evil inclination, the serpent, was crafty, very crafty. So he hurried to dwell in man before his colleague, the good inclination. Before the good inclination comes to dwell in him, we must be born again by way of the Spirit in order to have the good inclination dwell in us. Okay? We must subdue our ego. We must subdue our demons. That which has been controlling us and causing us to operate in our lower carnal nature. We must overcome that in order to accept the good inclination and have the good inclination dwell within us. Alright? Now, because the evil inclination arrived early to plead his case, the reality that we've been presented, when his colleague, who is the good inclination, comes later, the children of light have been awakened in the land of our captivity. We've been obedient in receiving the reproof. We've applied the living word to our life and we've been living it. And now we're instructed to speak his word to you. Okay? So this is the good inclination that is here now. And you know that which I am speaking to you is the truth because it resonates deep down within you. You inherently know this. Inwardly you know what I speak is the truth by way of the Spirit. But yet it is difficult for most people to unite with it. Why is that? Because you refuse to subdue your ego. It is pride, and it is arrogance, and then it is also fear-based. Alright? And he cannot raise his head as if he carried on his shoulders all the burdens of the world. Okay? You can't raise, it's like you can't see outside of this false ass reality of economic slavery. Alright? All you see is the here and now. You know? So you're like, well, that's impossible. So it's like you're carrying on your shoulders all the burdens of the world. Alright? At once, when when we're speaking this truth to you, you're like, well, how else are we supposed to live our life and all of this? All right, you are holding on to the reality that we were all taught and presented. Okay? All this is because the evil one came first. Of this Solomon said, quote, "The poor man's wisdom is despised, and his words are not heard." All right? So this goes for me with a good inclination. I can't soar in my purpose, right now. I've been fighting through hell and with little in order to bring you much. Okay? I've brung a hell of a lot with what little resources I have. Okay? And it does feel like I carry on my shoulders all the burdens of this world. And I felt my whole life like I am unheard. Like my voice don't matter. Okay? Like my heart don't matter. Okay? Who I am don't matter. All my life not being valued. Okay? Literally being treated as if I'm property. I'm a commodity. Alright? But I ain't worth nothing because I ain't got no money. Alright? So I have been despised my entire life. Alright? So there's several different ways that I could break that down right there like I just did. Alright? Like I said, those who, let me give you an illustration. Let me give you an illustration. Oh, there it is. Debt slaves. Okay. So, when we're born here, okay, when we're born into this, right? This is what we've been born in. Down here, we were born. Okay? And this is the reality that we've been presented. But of course, they don't call it captivity. They call it life. Okay? But I'm telling you that this is captivity. All right? Because it's this right here. We are captive in this right here. All right? Where money sits at the top of this. All right? Money, Lucifer. All right? Riches, wealth, fame, honors of men. Okay? Like, bruh. And so you have all of this, that is a part of this system. Okay? And people cannot see life outside of this. Alright? So this is all that most people can see. Is all they know. They can't see outside of this beast system. They think everybody should do as they do. And when we don't do as they do, they got all this and that to say about those of us who fight against this system. Okay? They act like I'm the one that has the problem because I don't want to conform to this system. Okay? But fortunately, I listen to a higher power. I am led by way of the Holy Spirit, sent by the Good Shepherd. Haters can hate all they want. They have their free agency. But it won't change what the Father has laid out for me. in my life, I will continue to do what I have been given. Okay? So, when we're in this reality, and most people, this is all they can see, and I'm telling them that, hey, we're in captivity. Well, their response is like, well, how you think we're supposed to get up out of it? These people seriously think that pining after money is going to somehow disable this system. And they are afraid of the system being disabled. It's like, what? Why are you people afraid of this freaking system going away? This whole damn system is evil. Okay? The whole thing needs to collapse. The whole thing needs to be destroyed. Because none of this comes from the Great Spirit. Okay? So, people act like, I'm crazy because I'm telling you that this did not come from the Great Spirit. We're not here to be a human energy source for their system. Okay? See, they want us plugged in, working jobs, all right, so that they can suck our time, energy, and effort. Okay? And they reward us with money so that we can what? Turn around and please our flesh. All right? Turn around and, buy things that we need, sustain our life. Okay? But the earth itself sustains life. Who gave these wicked people the authority to take control of all the resources of the earth and force everybody to be sucked dry of their satanic ass system just so that we can live on the earth? Let me get another illustration, people. 1 second. I think that might come up with reality. Yes, thank you, Father. So, this down here, people. You see how money is at the top here? You see how that dollar bill, y'all, is at the top here? Dollar bill, y'all. Dollar bill, y'all. Is all about the money, all about the Benjamins. Okay? That's the world that we have been presented and been forced to live in. This did not come from the Great Spirit. Okay? I'm trying to tell you that this here came from the Great Spirit. Alright? And we are going to return to this here. Okay? Living happy and free. For real, for real. Alright? The only people that can, quote unquote, live free in this wicked ass reality are those who have obtained the money. That is a false reality, people. Okay? So that is how the wicked are ruling. Okay? Because this system that was created with money being the established God of the system. Okay? So when money is the established God of the system, then it's going to be a false ass reality, and it's going to be great evil, great wickedness, and all of this, all kinds of atrocities happening. It's going to be chaotic. But when the Most High power and righteousness is established, when the world is knowledgeable of the true and living power, then it will be that power that will be loved, cherished, and respected. Not this false God here. Okay? I hope you people can grasp what I'm saying. You are enjoying your captivity in the clutches of the beast. Okay? Why in the hell is the poor man's wisdom despised? Why do you people refuse to hear my words? Simply because I am in poverty and these are not my words. I'm simply a willing vessel. But because I am in poverty, you despise me and you disregard me. You ignore me as if I'm irrelevant, as if his word that I'm speaking is irrelevant. And you do this because of the one that arrived earlier, the evil inclination. Subsequently, for any judge, and again, we are our own judge because we have been given free agency. The judge who accepts the words of the litigant before his colleague arrives, it is as if he accepts another deity to believe in, to trust in, to obey. Okay? Most people are obeying, trusting, and loving their lower carnal nature, which is Satan. And Lucifer is getting the glory from you. Okay? But his neighbor comes forward and sifts his case. His neighbor comes forward and sifts his case, which means only after his colleague comes should he hear his words. All right? But you have been tuning out your conscience the whole damn time. You've been taught to tune out your conscience and trust in mortal men and the reality that you were presented. Okay? But now, we're speaking this living word by the way of the Spirit, and many people are despising us for it. All right? This is the way of a righteous man, because a righteous man does not just blindly trust and believe the subtle evil monger. Okay? All my life I was questioning my reality naturally. Okay? And because I was doing this, I was called a dreamer by my family. I was ridiculed and put down by my family, saying I need to get my head out of the clouds and all of this, because I was questioning the reality that I had been presented. Okay? And I could not just readily accept what people were telling me when I could clearly see the opposite thereof. All right? So this is what caused me to question my reality. But the gaslighting, people are trying to strong arm me into not questioning my reality. Trying to strong arm me into blindly following the ways of this world. Okay? And acted like there was something wrong with me because I was not readily, blindly following the ways of this world. Okay? So, this is a righteous man that does not blindly follow the ways of this world. Okay? It's like I had spidey senses. I had spidey senses against the subtle evilmonger. All right? So it was like I knew something wasn't right. All right? Who is the evil? So, the subtle evilmonger, who is the evil inclination, even if he hastens to plead his case before the arrival of his colleague, the good inclination. All right, so because I was always questioning, this is the way of a righteous man, because a righteous man does not just blindly believe the subtle evilmonger, who is the evil inclination, even if he hastens to plead his case before the arrival of his colleague, the good inclination. All right, all my life I was questioning. So when the good inclination came, I readily accepted the good inclination, because when the good inclination came, it began to bring clarity and understanding to my true reality, to the true reality in which I was being forced to live in. Okay? So I grasped hold of the good inclination. Okay? With the death grip. I grabbed on to that for dear life. Okay? And I hold to that. Okay? And I have readily let go of the ways of this world. More and more and more. Okay? Crucified my flesh. Alright? Walk in the spirit. For real, for real. Okay? So it fulfills this verse. And his neighbor comes forward and sifts his case. And with this act, people fail to merit the world to come. Most people are going to perish. Unfortunately, this world was made for many. Okay? Did I close that out? Hold on. This world down here, this false ass reality, this world was made for many. But this world right here is made for a few. And this is what's coming. The only people that are going to make it into this world is those who are truly righteous. Alright? Those who are truly meek. Those who are truly humble. Those who are truly loving. Those who are truly compassionate. Okay? All you people who are selfish and greedy, puffed up in your pride and your arrogance, you're all about the money, materialistic things, capitalism, all of that, you are about to perish. Okay? Now, you guys can read this while I go heat up my coffee right quick, okay? And then I'm gonna come back and we're probably gonna read starting from 038, okay? So, but you probably gonna have time to read it all. I'll be right back, people. Oops, sorry about that. Oh, sorry about that. All right, I'll be right back. Coffee right quick. Be right back, people. Time, energy, and effort. They demand too much from me. Yeah, they demand too much from me. I'd rather give it to the Father, glorify the kingdom, multiply the kingdom of heaven. Man, they demand too much from me. One second, people. I'm coming. Whew. Get my coffee heated. Put my phone on the charger. Oh no, is it okay? It's good. It's good. It's good. All right. Now, so Ode 38. This is from the Odes of Solomon. Okay, Odes of Solomon. Okay. I went up into the light of truth as into a chariot, and the truth led me and caused me to come and caused me to pass over chasms and gulfs, and saved me from cliffs and valleys, and became for me a haven of salvation, and set me on the place of immortal life. And he went with me and caused me to rest, and did not allow me to err, because he was and is the truth. And there was no danger for me, because I constantly walked with him, the Spirit of truth. And I did not err in anything, because I obeyed the Spirit of truth. For error fled from him and never met him, but truth was proceeding on the upright way. And whatever I did not understand, he exhibited it to me. All the poisons of error and pains of death, which are considered sweetness, and the corrupting of the corrupter, I saw when the bride who was corrupting was adorned, and the bridegroom who corrupts is corrupted. Okay? So understand, this is like the priest of Mahan. All right? And then when the Gentiles came into play, all right, when the Greeks came into play, all right, that was the beginning of evils being multiplied. Hold on a second. All right, First Maccabees 1:7-9. When the Greeks came into power, evils were multiplied in the earth. Okay? The corrupting of the corrupter. All right? They corrupted Hebrew records. You know, they stole Hebrew records. The Romans did, and the Greeks. All right? They were constantly because we were under Greek captivity. All right, when we were under Greek captivity, they were doing all kinds of heinous things to us. Read the first book of Maccabees. All right, it talks about their time and the things that they did to us, how they forced us to not even, mention who we are. We were not even allowed to mention that we were the biblical people, that we're the holy people. Okay, they made it a law to where we could not claim our heritage. Okay? And now to this day, there's all of these other nations trying to proclaim to us of who we are, as if you have that authority still. It was only allowed for a period of time, Gentiles. Okay? And the corrupting of the corrupter. I saw when the bride who was corrupting was adorned, and the bridegroom who corrupts is corrupted. All right? And I asked the truth, who are these? And he said to me, this is the deceiver and the error, and they imitate the beloved and his bride. The children of light is his bride. Okay? And they cause the world to err, and they corrupt it. The ones that they're imitating. They're imitating the children of light. They're imitating what's righteous. And they created religion. There's nothing righteous about religion whatsoever. And they invite many to the wedding feast and allow them to drink the wine of their intoxication, of their religions, their different denominations. So they cause them to vomit up their wisdom and their knowledge and prepare them for mindlessness. Okay, I brung this out many times, the connection. Hold on. Oh, here's that connection that they force us not to speak about who we are. And then I'm gonna have to get that other connection too that's in my spirit. Where is it at? I need to freaking highlight it. All right, here. All right. Neither was it lawful. 6 right here. Neither was it lawful for a man to keep the Sabbath days or ancient feast or profess himself at all to be an Israelite. All right? We didn't call ourselves Jews, okay? You got to understand who translated our records. Okay? So we dodged the hijacks over here. And our ancient feast days were wicked. It's why the Most High allowed us to go into captivity. All right? He told us that he did not he didn't want to, he said he abhorred our feast days. Okay, why do you keep ignoring what the Most High says? I despise your feast. Alright? Because we were eating the dead bodies of his animals, which we killed. Okay, we slaughtered the animals. We were told, thou shalt not kill. Alright, we were not supposed to be shedding blood. Alright? He said, though you offer me burnt offerings and your meat offerings, I will not accept them. Neither will I regard the peace offerings of your fat beast. Take thou away from me the noise of your songs. We are the musical people. Okay? For I will not hear the melody of thy vows. Alright? But let judgment run down as water and righteousness as a mighty stream. Okay? So, my people vomited up their wisdom and their knowledge, and we were prepared for mindlessness. Now, 1 second. If I can find it, bro. I think that is in The Woman Rides the Beast. If I'm right, but I don't know which one. Mindlessness. I should be able to find it kind of quick. Mindlessness. Is this it? Nope, that's not it. Mindlessness. Where's that? Alright, check your mind at the door. So this is the connection to this, okay? This is the cover of the book, alright? Dave Hunt, The Roman Catholic Church, and the Last Days, A Woman Rides the Beast. And the angel said, I will tell thee the mystery of the woman and of the beast, okay? Now this comes from this book here, alright? It's a connection to the Odes of Solomon and how we vomited up our wisdom and our knowledge and was prepared for mindlessness. Okay? This is true history. Alright? This is an account. Alright? Of what happened. Alright? It is not enough for the people only to know that the Pope is the head of the church. They must also understand that their own faith and religious life flow from him. Well, really is supposed to be righteous life, okay? Your own faith and righteous life, they want that to flow from you, all right? Flow away from you. That in him is the bond which unites Catholics to one another, and the power which strengthens and the light which guides them, that he is a dispenser of spiritual graces. the giver of the benefit of religion, the upholder of justice, and the protector of the oppressed. Now, is these wicked people the protector of the oppressed? Or did they bring great oppression? The Romans brought great oppression. The Jesuits brought great death and destruction and oppression. Okay? Similar words have been spoken by the followers of Joseph Smith, Sun Myung Moon, and other cult leaders. The Pope is quote unquote another Christ and quote unquote God on earth to his followers. And as Vatican II says, or Vatican II says, he can be judged by neither man nor a tribunal. Like, but the Most High gonna judge these wicked people. They're the ones that established themselves in authority. Okay? They gave themselves authority. And if you're following any of their religions, then they want you to check your mind at the door. The Pope and therefore the Church, through him as its head, both claim to be infallible. Ordinary Catholics must not question anything the Pope or Church have to say concerning faith and morals. The councils and catechisms have for centuries declared the need for such total submission and still insist upon it today. The Catholic world reminded all Roman Catholics in the United States at the time of the First Vatican Council, each individual must receive the faith and law from the Church with unquestioning submission and obedience of the intellect and the will. Okay? So now every single president have to go pay homage to guess who? The Pope. Okay? Every single president have to go pay homage to the Pope. Every single one of them. Here's Obama with the Pope. Okay? Your President Obama. All right? Here's Biden with a Pope. Okay? Every single one of them got to pay homage to the Pope. Okay? Here is Trump with a Pope. Okay? Again, every single one of your presidents got to go pay homage to the Pope. Here is Bush with a Pope. Okay? Every single one of them must pay homage to the Pope. Here is Clinton with the Pope. Okay? Every single one of your presidents have to go pay homage to this dude. Okay? The Pope. Okay? Here is Reagan with the Pope. Okay? All of them must go pay homage to the Pope. Okay? So understand, people. Understand. All right? You live in a very false reality. All right? Now, it's a false ass reality that you are living in, and you have absolutely no idea. All right? Now, I'm not going to bring any more of this out, all right? Because we got a long ways to go. All right? Now, so as you can see, to check your mind at the door, that's what they want. All right? Prepare you for mindlessness. All right? Then they abandon them. And so they stumble around like mad and corrupted men. All right? So you're just living the rat race, fighting over one another, and the scraps that you're given to fight over. Okay? Since there is no understanding in them, neither do they seek it. They don't even think to question their reality. All right? They blindly accept the reality that they were presented. One second. Okay, here it is. That quote from the movie The Truman Show. The True Man Show. Okay? The True Man. The True Man. They told you in that movie that people are accepting the reality of the world with which we're presented. It's as simple as that. So therefore you are not living your true man self. You're not seeing the real reality. But you are a slave, a prisoner in your own mentality. Okay? Because of the reality that they presented. Alright? Now, I'm doing my best, people, to break this down the best way I can. Alright? But you hate those of us who have been made wise. Because those of us these days that are truly wise, we're impoverished. Physically. Yes. Because we know better than pining after money and saving it upon the earth. Okay? There's no real value in that outside of this false ass reality. Okay? The truly wise are suffering much oppression and afflictions. We are hated. We are despised. We're ostracized, ridiculed, rejected, and disrespected in this false ass reality that glorifies money. Okay? Nevertheless, I have been made wise, so as not to fall into the hands of the deceivers. And I myself rejoiced because of the truth that had gone with me. I praise him in the land of my captivity. I think upon his name, meaning I keep his eternal law in mind at all times, and I live by it. For I was established and lived and was redeemed, and my foundations were laid on account of Yahusha's hand, because he has planted me. For he set the root and watered it and endowed it and blessed it, and its fruits will be forever. It penetrated deeply and sprang up and spread out, and it was full and it was enlarged. And the Most High alone was glorified in his planting and in his cultivation, in his care and in the blessings of his lips, in the beautiful planting of his right hand, and in the attainment of his planting, and in the understanding of his mind. All praise is to the Most High. All right? Now, let's go ahead and play some more of this audio. We're a little over an hour now. Like, how the heck did I go from 28 minutes all the way to over an hour now? Hour and 13 minutes, wow.
Worry about yourself. Focus on your own issues.
Hold on, let me take it back a little bit.
Satan always runs ahead, bro, and corrupts everything. He ran ahead with that coexist. Oh my God, bro. But always running ahead and corrupting everything. Because, you know, he knew the children of light was going to come. And was going to, you know, bring peace. You know, bruh. Live and let live. Worry about yourself. Focus on your own issues. You know?
So I made a post on Facebook. 1 second, people. I got one screen, and I'm sitting here trying to juggle all of this stuff. All right. I got one screen here. 1 second. Bruh, I could have sworn. Oh, okay, yes. Okay, so let me go ahead and. Oh, that's what. Okay, okay. 1 second, people. That's it right there. Okay, and then we're gonna take a trip over to. Um, we're gonna take a trip over to my Facebook in just a moment. But here, let me take it back just a tad bit.
Worry about yourself. Focus on your own issues. You know? See? That's when you need to be quote unquote selfish. But that ain't really selfishness. That's just going within and facing your demons. Okay? Facing your issues that you have. Fixing yourself. Allowing the Most High to change your heart. That is necessary.
All right, so that is necessary. Self-worth, okay, is not the same as selfishness. Okay? Self-worth and self-love is not the same thing as selfishness and egotistical. Okay? People sometimes confuse self-love and self-worth with a big ego. That's why people want to consider me to be arrogant. I'm not arrogant. Okay? I'm just confident. All right? Because I know who it is I trust in and obey. Okay? So that's where my confidence comes from. All right? I know that the wisdom of this world is foolishness with the power that I love and serve. Okay? That don't make me arrogant. It makes me aware. Now, all right, the two are totally different. A person with a big ego thinks they are better than others. Okay? Why do you automatically assume that I think I'm better than you? Simply because I master myself. Like, I have no control over others, nor do I desire to have control over anybody. Okay? So I ain't trying to be better than anybody. I better myself, alright? When I elevate in the spirit and in truth, I focus on my own issues. Okay? I go within. Okay? I don't project outwardly. Alright? But I speak this truth by the way of the Spirit. Alright? And I was instructed to do this. So I don't think I'm better than others. A person who truly loves him or herself doesn't think that they are better or worse than others. Comparing is useless, as we all have strengths and weaknesses. Okay? I value everybody for who they are. Okay? I allow people to be who they are. It's just the fact that we live in such a false-ass reality that people are not being themselves. They're being carbon copy robots to an evil-ass system. And they refuse to show them their real self. Okay? They want to wear their masks. Alright? They love superficiality. And this is who I've been surrounded by. And these people want to claim that I'm arrogant. Focusing on one or the other is not the whole picture. If you love yourself, you know that you are worthy of love, of good things in life, and that you are capable of unlimited great things. You will inspire others to realize the same about themselves as well. All right? I don't want my coffee going cold, people, so I don't have to go and reheat it. So I'm gonna be drinking it as much as I can. All right. Go to Facebook. Ah. 1 second. Bro, I wish it didn't bring it up like that. I wanted to bring it up like normal. I don't like it on the side like that. All right, here we go. All right, so you see this. All right, 2 people responded to it. I tagged 100. All right, so we're gonna go over this, okay? How you crucify your flesh and walk in the spirit. All right, number 1, that is self-awareness. Okay, so the base is self-awareness. The first thing you need to do. The first thing that we must do is pay attention to our thoughts. Be aware of what's going on in our mind. Be mindful of our actions. All right. Number 2, self-exploration. Self-exploration is number 2. That means we must dwell within our conscience. Spend time in our mind. Must have time to be alone in order to do this step. Don't be so dependent upon others to keep you occupied and busy. Our lower carnal nature naturally wants to keep our real self from true knowledge of ourselves. Okay? So your flesh just wants to be pleased. All right? When you have a mindset geared towards your carnal flesh, all you care about is your own pleasure. Okay? It's not even really about happiness, because true happiness, the only way you can obtain that is to keep the eternal laws of love. Okay, life and all things good. That's the only way that you will obtain eternal happiness. All right? But for the meantime, you get fleeting joy, fleeting moments of joy, all right, which does not come from the Great Spirit. Okay? So when you're dwelling in your lower carnal nature, you simply just want to please your flesh and nothing else matters. Okay? And therefore that keeps you from your real self. All right? Your soul, your spirit. Okay? It keeps you from having real knowledge of who you really are. All right? Number 3, self-discovery. Okay? So self-discovery, this is where we have to allow the Spirit of truth to reprove us. Okay? This is how we discover what's displeasing to the eternal Great Spirit. This step has to be mastered before one can ever be used of the Great Spirit. You got a whole bunch of charlatans and pretenders that claim they're being used by quote unquote God. But the God that's using them is the adversary, not the Great Spirit. And then you can look at the fruit that they, by their actions, they got the money. They got the clout, the status, the honors of men. And they want to, many people are acting like all of that comes from the Great Spirit. It doesn't. It comes from the false god of this world, where money is glorified. Okay? Where materialism is glorified. Okay? And that's what the charlatans have. Okay? Therefore, they are not being used by the Great Spirit. The only ones of us that are being used by the Great Spirit is those of us who accepted the reproof of the Spirit and applied it to our life, and we are living it while being obedient. Okay? And we're just as talented. We have been blessed by way of the Spirit. All right? Now, number 4 is self-understanding. 1 second. I thought I had water in here, but it doesn't look like I do. 1 second. I gotta get water. Self-understanding. So I did this post earlier by way of the Spirit. You know, it was, on the spur of the moment. So self-understanding, okay? Self-understanding, that's number 4. All right? See, number 4, self-understanding. Okay? Once we're obedient, we begin to receive the clarity and understanding by way of the Spirit. It will reveal to us why we did the things we did. It will explain who we truly are and what we were sent here to do. Our spiritual mission begins to be revealed to us in stages, not all at once. There's many steps within this section of self-understanding. Because with each step, we must surrender to the Spirit of truth and the reproof. We must be able to receive reproof. If we cannot receive reproof, then we cannot be used by the eternal Great Spirit. The moment we refuse the reproof is the moment we cease to elevate and grow into who we were meant to be spiritually. That means we'd be stagnant. But the moment we begin to be a scoffer against the truth that we're refusing to accept is the moment we begin to lose the wisdom we previously obtained. Okay? Number 5, self-love. Once we understand our spiritual mission and working toward the end goal thereof, we begin to truly love ourselves. We discover what it truly means to love ourselves. When we truly love ourselves, we would never harm another. For we would know to do this is to injure one's own self. We reap what we sow. That which we do to others will come back around to us. Therefore, we strive to do good to one another, love one another, be kind to one another. We're all connected, even to the creation. When you chop down trees, it begins to take away the shade. Okay? It becomes much hotter when you remove the trees that gives us shade. So that affects us. Okay? Number 6, self-transformation. All right, once we master number 5, then we will begin to transform from a carnal mentality to a spiritual mentality. We no longer think as the world thinks. We're not conformed to the ways of the world in which we were physically born in. Therefore, this stage is what it means to be quote unquote born again. That is the renewing of your mind. Okay. Number 7, last step, self-mastery, is when you're no longer ruled by your flesh, but by your spirit. When you're on this level, there's no stopping you. Okay? For if the Most High be for us, then who can be against us? Alright? When you're on this level, you are in tune with a great spirit. Alright? And those of us who are in tune with a great spirit, we're being obedient. Okay? So therefore we are protected divinely. Okay? Now, whew, bruh. School is more about conditioning kids for the 9-to-5 grind rather than learning. Also, keeping the kids occupied so parents can fulfill their 9-to-5 obligations as well. Alright? Schools closely mimic the standard work hours of the human labor camp, precisely for the reasons below. Alright, people. Self-mastery, okay? Let's go over to some of this. Oh, shoot. I did not mean to do that, bro. You're messing with me. Alright, no one is responsible for your emotional reactions except you. Others can say and do anything they like, but whatever happens inside you is only the result of what you are thinking and feeling. There's another one. Self-mastery is a challenge for every individual. It is the ultimate test of our character. It requires climbing out of the deep valleys of our lives and scaling our own Mount Everest. Alright? In its simplest terms, self-mastery is doing those things which we should do and not doing those things which we should not do. It requires strength, willpower, and honesty. Okay? One can have no smaller or greater mastery than the mastery of one's own self. Alright? You must know yourself. Okay? Self-control is a fruit of the spirit, people. Okay? So let's go ahead and continue in this audio. I think we're going to be touching a little bit more on this self mastery and, going within ourselves, okay?
Not being selfish for freaking money and materialistic things, but you need to deal with yourself.
Yes. So, the world that we've been forced to live in, instead of dealing with ourselves, we've been taught to, do this, the age of self-idolatry. Okay? Social media has promoted and worsened the sins of idolatry and self-idolatry. Bro, I'm seeing this every single day. Every time I go to my Facebook, people are putting their physical pictures on their story. Like, why are you doing... Like, bro, it irritates me, okay? Like, why? Like, what is the point of that other than self-idolatry, okay? You people are glorifying yourselves. Alright? Now, this is not projecting outwardly. This is speaking the absolute truth. Okay? Why? Like, what other purpose would you be posting your physical picture to social media other than self-idolatry? Okay? Admiration for or devotion to oneself. Self-worship, okay? Not self-mastery, but self-worship. You're worshiping your flesh, your lower carnal nature. Okay? Self-idolatry is a sin of vanity, lust, because many of you are posting your pictures, your physical pictures, on social media so that you can get attention from either the opposite sex or, hell, possibly the same sex. You post your physical picture for attention. Okay? Pride, envy, idolatry, and greed for attention, admiration, and praise. That is why you're posting your pictures to social media. Okay? You're not caring about what's truly important. We live in a society of self-obsessed idiots. Okay? But you're not mastering yourself. You're just glorifying your physical body. You're so busy taking pictures of yourselves to see the world crumbling all around you. You're superficial. And all my life I've been surrounded by all of these superficial people that only care about superficiality. Okay? You're fake. Okay? You're vain. You're artificial. You're not real. Okay? Now, one second. Oh my God. I don't know how long I've had that freaking, man, what the hell? All right. So hopefully, I don't know how the hell that got freaking paused. But people, oh my God, I don't know how the hell that got paused. And I don't know how long it's been paused. So I'm most likely going to be starting up a new one here pretty soon, people. And if I have to, I'm going to have to go back and listen to some of this. And I might have to go back and freaking redo some stuff, bro. Because, bruh, I don't know how long that's been freaking paused. All right. I had to clear my throat. And for some reason, I guess I did not remember to unpause it. Or not unpause it, but unmute it. Okay. So anyway, I was going over this age of self-idolatry, okay, and how people are posting their pictures to social media, okay, and what it's all about, okay. You were doing this for attention, admiration, and praise, okay. So I took a screenshot of this. And anyway, I read this, okay? So developing self-mastery. When you have developed self-mastery, you have the ability to control yourself in all situations and move forward consciously and steadily toward your goals. You know your purpose and you have the self-discipline needed to do things in a deliberate, focused, and honorable way. Self-mastery also means mastering your emotions, your impulses, and your actions, okay? This is vital if you ever want to achieve the goals in your life. Okay? You cannot be ruled by your lower carnal nature. When you're ruled by your lower carnal nature, then you're ruled by your emotions and your impulses. Okay? That means that you are driven by instinct like an animal instead of being driven by your spirit, okay? Walk in the spirit, not your carnal flesh. Your carnal flesh is like a beast man, a wild man, okay? Like an animal, okay? You don't want to be instinctual, okay? You want to be mindful, okay, of your actions at all times, all right? So, people, let me, play this one more time.
Not being selfish for.
So we're not supposed to be selfish, okay? We're not supposed to be selfish. Not supposed to be puffed up in pride and arrogance. Not supposed to be doing all of this superficiality. Okay, I see it constantly on a daily basis, and it irritates me. You know, I was always surrounded by these superficial ass people that want to focus so much on their freaking exterior package. But within them, they are full of freaking demons. Okay? And, you know, I never really cared about this exterior package. Alright? Hell, I dealt with my weight my whole life. I wasn't really jealous of these people. But, there's many different reasons why, I had a problem with superficiality, okay? Not just because people refuse to see me for who I really am because they're so focused on my package. That would irritate me, okay? That irritated me. That I was casted aside as nothing, treated a certain way simply because of how I look. Simply for the body that I was born in. Okay? So all my life, I was treated this way by people around me. And I did not understand, like, why am I surrounded by all of these superficial people? Okay? And they want to be mad at me that I don't care about what they care about. Alright? But, it's always been about what's within for me. Even when I was living in ignorance, I knew that I cared about who I am. Okay? I cared about being me. I cared about people not forcing me to not be who I am. Okay? People trying to suppress my spirit. I had to deal with that all my damn life. And so I was praising the Most High earlier, before I got on here. And I was like, thank you, Father, for validating me. for giving me a free spirit. I have a free spirit, bro. I am a free spirit. Okay? And all my life, people have been trying to shackle and chain my free spirit and demonize me because I don't want to be shackled and chained. Okay? So, one more time we're gonna play this, and then I'm gonna get off of here and review. I'm gonna try to find out how much was muted, and then well, hell, I might have to just do a follow up, bro, because I ain't gonna have time to do all of that. Because I want to continue. I want to continue after we finish this up, okay? So, I switched you back over. All right, 1 second.
Not being selfish for freaking money and materialistic things.
Oh, hold on. Actually, 1 second. 1 second. So, this is another thing. Oops. So, selfishness. Devoted to or caring only for yourself. When it comes to physical matters, okay? Not spiritual, but physical. Alright? Concerned primarily with one's own interest. Okay? Dealing with physical superficiality. Alright? And it is regardless of others. So it has nothing to do with self-mastery. Alright? This is all about selfishness. Alright? Characterized by manifesting concern or care only for oneself. Selfish motives. Okay? Selfishness. Alright? Selfishness does not come from the Great Spirit. Alright? Whatsoever. One second. So, this is better. Let's go.
Not being selfish for freaking money and materialistic things, but you need to deal with yourself. You need to dwell within your conscience. Allow the Most High to purge your heart.
Alright, so allow the Most High to purge your heart, okay? Allow the Most High to purge your heart, alright? And we're going to deal with that too, alright? We're going to be dealing with that. And we're done with this, pretty much, okay? Done with that. And I'm getting ready to go ahead and get on off of here. Hopefully that wasn't muted for too long, people. I really hope it wasn't. Self-control. Alright. Self-discipline begins with the mastery of your thoughts. If you don't control what you think, you cannot control what you do. Okay? So you have to be mindful. Self-control is strength. Calmness is mastery. You have to get to a point where your mood doesn't shift based upon the insignificant actions of someone else. Even if it is significant, okay? Even if they do harm to you, all right? You are still going to be judged for how you respond, okay? Don't allow others to control the direction of your life. Don't allow your emotions to empower your intelligence. Okay? Like, we should be more intelligent than our emotions. Alright? When your mind is flooded with chaotic emotions, you can't think clearly. That's the best time to be silent. Okay? When you are flooded in your mind by all kinds of emotions, like you're being attacked or something like that, that's the best time to be quiet. That's the best time to be silent. Okay? One of the most underrated ingredients for having a good life is a clear conscience. All right? To know you aren't out here doing people dirty, hiding who you are, or screwing people over lets you sleep peacefully at night. Okay? Karma is a real thing. Energy is contagious. Live accordingly. All right? I live my life according to the eternal law and these principles. Okay, therefore I'm instructed to give it freely for those who are seeking. All right, purify your conscience, people. The conscience is the part of you that hears the Most High. Your conscience ought to be purified because it is the justification of the inward witness. Okay, keep your conscience clear, then you never have anything to fear. All right, so on that note, I shall be back, people. All right, shalom.